All right. Hey, Paul. How's it going?
Good, Grant. How are you doing?
Good. I just wanted to kick this off by starting with a little introduction on who you are and what you do.
Sounds good. So my name's Paul, and obviously I run the boarding house on Cape Cod in Massachusetts. Been doing it for about 20 years now, and it's just been a dream of mine. Snowboarding is a passion of mine, and I just enjoy connecting with the local community and helping people out.
Awesome. All right. So my first question for you is, what career path did you follow to your present position, and what are some of your career goals?
That's a pretty funny question, Grant, because I didn't really follow the average career path as most people would to starting up this kind of business. I don't know if you know, but we don't manufacture our own snowboards, so we're kind of just an apparel. We sell our own apparel, and we resell big name companies gear and snowboards and surfboards and skateboards and all that stuff. And so what I did is I went to Plymouth State University for business growing up, and I was just a kind of soul-minded kid and just wanted to snowboard and ski bum, and I didn't really have any thought process of what I wanted to do after. And then once I got more into the industry and met more people that I built connections with, I just kind of started this dream, and I fulfilled it. Once I got my degree, I made the right connections to where the people helped me out when I needed stuff, and it worked out.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. So I'm curious, what are like some of the steps that got you started with Board House?
Yeah, I feel like definitely one of those big steps was going to Plymouth State University, being in New Hampshire and being around the snowboard culture and the ski culture and the community that New Hampshire brings with it, because you're so close to the mountains and you're so in the mountains, especially in the White Mountains. It's some of the best skiing in the Northeast, and being that close to it growing up definitely kind of gave me some kind of tunnel vision to what I wanted to do when I was older. I didn't really look anywhere else. I just knew what I wanted to do. Some of the steps I took definitely was building connections with other people, just so I could get big-time investors when I needed them for brands and stuff like that, people who work for Burton and Nitro and all those big-time companies, and just building connections with them so I could have much better of a startup point than some people.
Did any of your friends from college go in on this venture, or was it kind of just like your own idea?
I definitely had some buddies who wanted to help me out along the way, but I ran this business pretty much by myself, along with some other help from some friends I met along the way, but nobody from college that I really stuck it out with trying to start this thing up.
Nice. And then more of a general question, what is like one thing that you like in this industry, and then something that challenges you that you don't really like?
Well, being from Cape Cod, I feel like I'm going to start with the one thing that challenges me, because you're from Cape Cod, you're not from a real snow-based area. So when you're starting up a company like that, you kind of have to focus on other board sports. We're a board shop. We're not just a snowboard shop. So we sell surfboards and skateboards catered to the summertime. And I don't know if you know anything about Cape Cod, but Cape Cod in the summertime is super warm. So
yeah,
we're surrounded by beaches. People love to surf. People love to skate. And
I was going to ask, does a lot of your revenue come from tourism, or is it more like people in the area?
It really depends, because we have a lot of local kids who come in all the time, and we hook them up. Like, we have a sponsored athlete named Jake Arsenal who actually just moved recently out to Utah, and
nice.
So he's been our local guy for a while, and we've had pros come in and out, and we have a bunch of local homies. But obviously, like, Cape Cod's a big touristy area, so in that summertime stretch, people do want to come buy a skateboard or stuff like that. Snowboard wintertime, not so much, but
yeah,
our local homies definitely kind of help us out with that one.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, so that kind of segues into my next question is, how do you differentiate yourself from your competitors?
That's a good question, Grant. I feel like the boarding house, we're different because we focus on community. Like I said, a lot of our sales are from our local people and our guys who've been coming to us since they were kids and their families and stuff like that. We don't just sell gear. We sell a lifestyle. And so, we host events and we help riders fix and customize their boards to their standards and their needs. And it's always a chill place that they like to come hang out, because we have a bunch of TVs around that's always playing the edits of the local homies that made it big.
So you would say that a big part of your company is providing community?
Yeah,
and a safe place for like people to chill and
exactly. It's
collaborate.
It's just a soul community. That's all the snowboarding and skiing industry is in the skateboard and surfboard and all that kind of action sport industry is just based on community. People come together.
Yeah, that's the way to do it for sure. So you mentioned Jake Arsenal, who goes to Utah. I think I've heard of him a few times before. When you're looking to sponsor an athlete, what are you exactly looking for?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking for loyalty and passion for the sport, loyalty to the company, loyalty to passion. If Jake's been coming in since he was a kid with his dad and his family, and so I mean we've known him his whole life, and just came to a point where he wanted to take a step, and we were there to help him out with that step. I mean, we're not like any other sponsorship from a snowboard company. We're not like Burton or Nitro. We can't supply you boards and stuff like that because we're not the one manufacturing them. All we can really supply you is apparel, but I mean, we tell our sponsored athletes that if they compete and they place in said competitions, that we'll give them pro codes and they can come in and give them to their family and friends and get them a discount on pretty much anything. But we can't physically go out and give you goggles or stuff like that because we're not the one manufacturing them. We're kind of just a reseller
Yeah.
of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's a different way to look at sponsorships. It's almost like you guys have athletes sponsoring like a retail store, almost like a Target instead of just like a Burton.
Yeah.
So that's interesting to me. So what is the most important thing that someone interested in this industry should know before getting into it?
I feel like one of the most important things somebody should know is it's not just about selling gear, it's about building a community and culture. People will buy off you if they trust you and they share a passion with you. Like, if you guys have the same ideas. We definitely, I feel like at the boarding house, build community with all of our customers, and we just try to get on a base, or level, like the same head level as them. That's like the way I'd want to put it.
That makes sense. It seems like community is a big pillar in your business. So other people that you work with, I have a quick question. I know it's a very entrepreneurial industry, but what majors did people graduate with, or if they didn't graduate?
Yeah, so I graduated with a business and entrepreneurship major from Plymouth State University. And I feel like we have a guy on team who graduated with a marketing and digital media to help us with our media pages and stuff like that. I feel like it goes for any major. I feel like there's not really a specific major that you can like put into it. I mean, if you're trying to like manufacture your own boards and stuff like that, you'd probably want a mechanical engineering major.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, so you can, for board technology and stuff like that. So it kind of goes everywhere. There's not really one or two set in stone kind of places you can go.
Yeah, that makes sense. Say I wanted to become a sponsored athlete and maybe open a board shop. What steps should I take today to do so?
Yeah, if you want to become a sponsored athlete, I mean, practice makes perfect. I mean, you can't be good unless you don't go. You can't be good unless you got clips too. If you get clips, get as many clips as you can. Send them to big time names and companies and stuff like that. I mean, you can't be afraid to reach out. You can't be afraid to compete, because competing will get your name out there, and reaching out on Instagram or email, sending them your clips. Just getting your name out there is a big part if you want to be sponsored. But
yeah, would you say that when people are reaching out to get sponsorships, sending you clips, does that annoy you, or is that just kind of part of the job and it's something you kind of like to do?
for us at the boarding house, it's usually kids that we know and kids that we grew up with and kids that came in when they were younger and now are older and are trying to pursue a career in snowboarding or skateboarding or surfing. But I feel like, yeah, I mean, it never really gets old.
Yeah.
Once you're in this, this industry, yeah, exactly. This industry is just a love for the sport at the end of the day. So you can never really, there's a bad day. There's never really a bad day.
Well, thanks a lot, Paul. I know you're on your lunch break and you got to get back to things, but that was all very insightful and will help me a lot. So thank you.
Yeah, man, I appreciate talking to you. It was a great time.
Have a good one, bro.
Too, man.